It is time for some Silver 3 gaming. We're going to go first here. Unfortunately, we decided that we need to draw two really good traps, one of which needs this trap to disappear. Anyways, nothing much else to do here, folks. Welcome to Silver 3. We got 2 wins to get our hands on up to Silver 2. We did it pretty well in Silver 4 to Silver 3. So Upstart Man, all right, Upstart Man just went off. We got ourselves a nice. All right, so our opponent really needs to draw more cards. They've so far drawn 3 with a sacrifice of 10. They are playing a standard size deck, by the way. So there was 40 cards there. All right, so it is Sky Strikers. That's what we're playing. We're playing Sky Strikers. Or we're not playing Sky Strikers. We're playing. Hopefully, we draw a Sky Striker monster. That's what we're playing. All right. Well, anyways, I apologize for the dog in the background if you hear it. Anyways, that's pretty much. Yeah, because that's a 4 scale, so we really can't do much else with that. So I guess we'll just end Faustwood Cannon effect to pop off the multi-roll. Alright. Sometimes I don't know why my dog always seems to bark whenever I'm recording. Anyways, multi-roll is at 3. So out of 3 draws, and out of your draw for the turn, your draw for Upstart, and your draw okay, we're not definitely playing any Yu-Gi-Oh today. We haven't figured out. Sometimes you just draw all the scale line too, which is pretty nice. What does this do in the scales? If a monster is supposed to summon and you control Prism Z Arc, another pendulum monster, except you can special summon this card, then okay. So basically, I have to control a Supreme Z Arc. Again, I'm sorry for the dog in the background. Alright. Now then. Is this death? So if we were to go 23, 23, then 28, is that death? 23 plus 23 plus 28. No, it's not death. Okay, so we're gonna play this a little cautious. We're just gonna summon 1. My thought process is that, there is a back row back there that actually does things. No, we're not banishing anything. I have to banish a monster. I'm not banishing my own monster. He had a response for something, so there's still something in his hand. It'd be hilarious if all his rays... so it was something Widowacre. So he does get to take control of the monster, which would have been, we didn't take control of the monster. So apparently we really like taking 2,300 points to the face, is what I hear. Oh! Evenly matched! Wow, now I really wish this Scolding was alive. Holy crap, of course we got hit with an evenly matched. That's why he did it! Oh, he hit me with the evenly! Holy crap. That's annoying. Wow. Well, I got hit. I walked right in that evenly. Well, talk about it, too. I mean, we literally had the Scolding set right there. If that had been a judgment, we would have been fine. But no, of course not. And now we just start the entire Sky Striker engine. So unless I happen to draw another low scale to compensate for this... I'm not exactly sure how we're going to move forward here, because now we start this entire Sky Striker engine. The entire Sky Striker engine. Wow. I walked right into an evenly matched too, man. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised I walked into an evenly matched. I guess I shouldn't be surprised I walked into an evenly matched. Apparently we didn't really want to send Engage. We want to send Ray, apparently. So instead of sending engage, go Kagura, get engage, and then continue, like, combo lines from there, we want to go Shizuku? I don't get it. Was he afraid I'm gonna banish his thing? You know, sometimes you just get extremely lucky, and you draw your low scale. What does Ray state on it? With this card's graveyard, face-up striker, link monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of the opponent's card effect. Okay. So no matter what, the Ray comes back. I wonder if I could cheese that. If he doesn't have another Ray or Rose in his hand, I can easily cheese out the fact of this Ray. Because it's very easy for me to cheese it. Now here's where I wish I had the second Aether. Because what I can easily do is we'll easily scale this, because again, it's got no spell cards, and last time a Sky Striker was not. So I could easily cheese it this way. As much as it does mean I'm giving him a Kaiju to punch me in the face with it, unless he gets another Raise or a Row, another Ray or Rose to his field, I can Kaiju the Ray, because this is a summoning condition to do the raid in. I lock him. He cannot do a Sky Striker spell card to save him. So it would be just extremely easy for him to either have to have another Ray or a Rose to go into, or it does that. I mean, I'm not dead by this either, because he can't trigger any of these Sky Striker spell cards. That's what I'm doing with the Raiden. The Raiden is simply here to be a nuisance, and not mentioning that Gongato actually protects me. So right now, I'm actually harding this Sky Striker player, because he can't do any of his Sky Striker spell cards because he has a monster in Monster Zone until he sees a Ray or a Rose and can link them both off for, oh my gosh, who is the related cards? It's gonna give me, let's see, because yeah, it's like 2 effect monsters, 2 light or dark monsters, 2 or light or dark monsters. There she is, Ziki. Ziki needs a monster with Sky Striker, but even everything else, he needs another monster. I mean, he needs another monster to complete the entirety of his thing, so without another monster, he can't do much. This kills the monster that, okay, that battles with it. So, I mean, unless he gets another Ray or a Rose, like, I guess I'll just pen summon. Not use the effect just to protect myself against a whole lot of damage. Yeah, we'll just keep the Predaplan monster in hand. There's no point in sending it to die, because right now, I can just play the long game. Let's see how many Rays and how many Roses you banished with the pot. Let's see if you get desperate to use, like, another Pot of Desires. Again, if that's a Sky Striker spell card, it's useless to him. Ah, maybe I shouldn't have done the battle. I forget that this chick also has a secondary effect. I guess maybe I should have put the Predaplan monster down to force the attack. It matters if he's running Ziki. There's no doubt he's not running Ziki. So, oh man, I totally forgot that Rose has a way to resurrect herself. If you're pulling monster in extra, has to be in the extra monster zone, which is hilarious. It has to be there. All right, that does trigger all his Sky Striker spell cards now. That does trigger them all, which is unfortunate, but nothing I can really do about it. Ugh, of course. Wow, that was a really cool animation. I mean, I'm glad we're still in this fight. The Sky Striker deck's more like pity punches. That's what Sky Strikers is. Card special summon, you could target another animation in. Okay, so he's gonna try to kill me here next turn, because he's already past the battle phase, so Link Edge is useless to him. The only thing that saves us is if we happen to, funny enough, draw Godarla. We Godarla his Link monster, That brings back Ray again, but all of the Sky Striker spell cards are absolutely useless again. Because he can't re-trigger them. Okay, so this should either be Kagari, yep, or Kagari or Shizuku. It's gonna be Kagari. He's just gonna go get another spell card with, get engage to get another spell card. Now, my problem is that he does have a Widow Anchor probably back there. So it does mean that we're gonna have to deal with the fact this Predaplant monster is useless under a Widow Anchor. So he's got 2 Link Edge. I think you could use them both. You don't know monster main monster zone. You could auspicious summon a monster from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. After the card effects resolved, except Sky Striker 8 monsters. Also send one other card you control to the graveyard. And if you do summon Sky Striker 8 monster from your extra deck to the extra, you do at least 1 light and dark monster on the field. Okay, so there's Shizuku. Alright. You know, this would be really nice if I had a Feather Duster. Holy crap, just Feather Duster all that off the board. Just get it all off of there. Well, there's the maneuvers, which is nasty. He had in the bureau too. Wow. Oh, wow. Wish I had a spell card for that. I guess... Oh, I should have put it over here. Because then he doesn't get the Rose trigger off of it. Honestly, I'm surprised we stayed as long in the battle as we did. Yeah, because now he'll just Afterburner. He's just going to ensure the Afterburner hits the Gangado. Stop the effect or take the monster for some strange reason. Not exactly sure. Alright. So I think he only has 1 more Widow Anchor, and I'm pretty sure I did not see it off the Engage. And I think you can only summon each of these Sky Striker monsters once. Yes. I think this has to target a face up, so he just blows the Aether up. And then... Okay. So I lost the low scale, which kind of means the Predaplant's useless, other than protecting me from a Link Edge play. Okay, well, we're definitely going to be, Alright. Well... Am I dead to this Link Edge play? I mean, I see no reason why not. Yeah, we'll grab. I think I'm dead to the Link Edge, if I'm being honest. Still a lot of fun, I mean... We're staying in the game. I think what hurt me the most was that evenly matched. Ugh. Wow, that actually hurt a lot for just that evenly matched. Mass change! Mass change of all cards. What are we going, Dark Law? We are going Dark Law! Very, interesting choice. Ow. Because now you can't even use Link Edge. Oh my gosh, you can use Link Edge on this? No, listen. Right, you send 1 other card you control to the graveyard if you do special summon Sky Striker monster. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I bet the double Link Edge didn't kill me. I bet double Link Edge couldn't kill me. Wow, the mass change actually won him the game. You know what? I was gonna just surrender, but let's just let him have his... Let's let him hit me for the fun of it all. Good game there. It definitely was the evenly match that killed us for good. If we hadn't attacked and done anything, I should have kind of realized what he wasn't doing when he didn't take the Widow Anchor. I should have realized he was probably gonna go for some play. I guess it's a good thing we didn't extend with the full part of our hands. But man, that just completely sucks. The fact we had the scolding back there, if that had just been Judgment, we would have been fine. Reckoning I have no idea if he had another one in his hand. So, next game has approached us. Not a bad starting hand. Not a great starting hand, but not terrible. If we could see 1 other card, I think the DD Orthos. Or it could also DC for me. That'd be like the greatest win in the world. Best way to win, folks. DCing. We're playing the Dark Magician. I shouldn't be surprised. Folks, how much do you guys all want to expect that there's probably Red Eye's Dark Dragoon in that deck over there. Okay, so a rod effect. I'm impressed he's doing all of this while he's blinking a DC issue. Good for his internet to keep going. Dark Magical Circle. Let's see if he hits anything off the Dark Magical Circle. Typically, for some odd reason, this only looks at top 3, which is so weird. Why didn't we like top 5 or just like do a straight search? Well, we just can't have the DM cards be too powerful. Yu-Gi-Oh just can't have that. Yu-Gi-Oh can't make Yugi or Kaiba the stars of Yu-Gi-Oh, the original anime, and the stars that sell the cards that sell the top. Oh, he failed. Okay, well that was great. I'm so glad. Nothing like an absolute failure. Which means what? Like, Dark Magician is 2 tributes, if I remember right. This is interesting. Okay, what the heck's our plan? I guess our plan is to sit here for 3 turns and do nothing. What the heck does he have to respond? It has to be something out of his hand, like a hand trap. I don't know why we're responding to this, but you know, each his own. Alright, and then what we do is we set and set. And you know what? I think that's all I'm gonna set. Right now, DDG just doesn't feel good. Again, the bottom is really nice because, again, he doesn't have a way to, like, protect Dark Magician. So if he does summon something with 15,000 or more, I do then have Scolding active if I need to be. Alright. So, he's failed a top 3 search, so meaning he didn't find anything with Dark Magician, so no Dark Magician, no, not the trap, didn't find the trap either. So, what was the top 3 then? So that gets you Souls? Oh, it's right, Souls summon Dark Magician, right. So you get Souls summon Dark Magician. Wow, now I really wish I'd set DDG. Man, look at me saying, hey, you know, I'm not gonna set DDG. Then when I should have set DDG, because then I could have flipped it over and then sent the Souls and the Dark Magician to the Banish Zone for at least told them don't do something like that. Or if you do, congratulations, you just sent it all to the Banish Zone. Okay, so the timing here is going to be strange, because I think this is whenever a Dark Magician is normal special summoned to the field. So that will resolve, then this should start a new chain where in which we can hit it with Bottomless. And then, no, because Scalding would have to be Chain Link too. At least this removes one of the 3 Dark Magicians. So yeah, Chain Link 1. He gets to choose what he wants to banish. My guess would be the Swords Revealing Light, so he doesn't have to deal with it. It'd be hilarious if he hits the Bottomless. Alright, game. Please give me back the response timing. Alright, yes, you get to draw a card. I want to banish the Dark Magician! I want him... That's hilarious. I can Scolding my card because it's now not mainly the... only face down. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna Scold my own Bottomless Trap Hole because I definitely feel like that is the play. Alright, well, that is 1 of 3 Dark Magicians out of the deck, leaving 2 left for the entire of the deck, and if he loses all 3, then they're gone. We may DDG next turn, especially if he decides to show me the illusion, just so that I can stop him from using the illusion for a turn, and maybe, yeah, I guess we'll summon Orthos. Guess we could have, I guess I could have said Orthos to keep alive, but I didn't think Rob was gonna immediately see a Dark Magician. I didn't think he had a way to get the Souls, because he didn't immediately go into it. There's gotta be a big point in like Master Duels. No matter if you've been on like DNC issues for so long, you should have like you should be DNC'd, but maybe that's just my complaint. I mean, right now, like Magician's Rod doesn't do anything. I guess we'll just set DDG for. If he shows me illusion, then I'll DDG. That way, it forces out the souls. Meaning that souls sends everything. If he wants to do anything, the souls. Or maybe I chain it to the souls activation. Yeah, because I changed the souls activation that he basically gets screwed there. Because souls will send the Dark Magician to the Banish Zone because it has to. Or I guess it could send a Dark Magician girl and then send itself. Alright, so let's see what illusion does here. My guess is it's going to go get another souls, and then I will just chain in response. Timaeus. Well, I guess when Timaeus triggers, I guess I'll DDG. So what's your target? Guess I'll do that. Because if he decides to trigger Timaeus, I can just then Scolding Timaeus away. Then I just Scolded Timaeus. Now, he's probably not going to fusion summon here because he loses everything. He gets to summon a fusion monster by sending its materials away. No, he's just going to go battle phase, which is what I thought. Ugh. Now I just need a high scale. I guess every turn I can summon Orthos to protect myself until he gets a Dark Magician. Alright, no, Orthos just gets banished. Everybody gets banished. I guess I didn't want him fusion summoning. Alright, we'll draw. That actually will save us from this Timaeus punching us in the face. Now, if we could just see one of the multitude of high scales I now have, that would be great. I'd also like to see what that back row is. It'd be great if I got Night Beam so I could Night Beam the back row, because I have a feeling that is Souls. I feel that is Souls, but he doesn't have anything to do with it, which is kind of... Well, I guess no, it's from the hand or from the graveyard, so he just needs to find himself a Dark Magician. I just need to find an 8 scale, or the Predaplant, or something I can set that saves my butt right now. Heck, I'll just take a trap card or a spell card I can use to save my bot too. Where's my goats at? Illusion. Like, is it worth just going illusion again? I don't think so. I think he can have illusion. Maybe if he shows me souls, I'll hit the souls, and then I'll hate myself because then that Magician souls, because that's probably that's a trap in the back. So yeah, there's souls. Yeah. Yes. Sometimes I get lucky with Dark Magician, and other times I just get screwed by Dark Magician. Man, if I had just gotten DGG that one time, I would have gotten rid of that Magician's Souls and its little thing, and at least kept up my, well, I guess no, because then he would just had another Magician's Souls trigger. So send Dark Magician, I'll Scolding this, force him to have the trap in the back. If he has a trap in the back, I'm just gonna cancel from here. Usually this deck only plays 2 souls, so he should be done with the souls. The big question is that the trap in the back to allow him to special summon the Dark Magician? Because if it isn't, we are alive for 1 turn because of Gongado. Does that get his hands on the trap? Yes. Yes, it does. So this gets him the trap. The only way that it doesn't die is if I don't draw... Okay. Oh, here's Soul Servant. Okay, so Soul Servant to put it on the top. And then Soul Servant to banish to draw it, apparently. So we're still not dead. The problem is, again, he's about to fusion summon. Well, I guess not really. He needs another. So stick Dark Magician to the top of the deck. We've normal summoned, so this just means you're doing this for the summoning condition. The trap card is back there. I don't know why we need to put it on the top then. If the trap is back there. Why exactly we need to put it on the top if the trap is back there? Because if this is the trap, you could have just sprung it, summoned the Dark Magician, and gone forward with your life. That just makes no sense why we put Dark Magician to dead draw. Holy crap, I'm just so good at YuGiOh, kids. I am over here, Heart of the Carding, drawing up with the last 2 times. I have Heart of the cards I need to my top of my deck. Okay. Summon 2. Whatever that back row is, it better be something competent. Okay, what if it's like a Mirror Force? Maybe it's better to do 1 in defense, 1 in attack. Aether can still banish Timaeus. That's gone, and then this can punch over a rod. And then he draws Dark Magician. If he's only playing 2 souls, he's out of souls. I was 100% correct on the Mirror Force. Holy crap. I was 100% correct on that, dude. Wow. Sure, yeah, you can add that to your hands. Well, the thing about it, when he does that to his hand, if he normal summons it, it's dead. Well, I guess no, he still has a Dark Magician. Wow. That was the tell of the century that I had a feeling that back row was competent. So he draws Dark Magician. He can go Souls, or Magician's Rod. He can get his hands on the trap, which I don't know why by time. We should have gotten our hand on the trap by now. Why are we waiting this long to get our hand on the trap? The only thing is, if he does get it, I can Night Beam it if I happen to Heart of the Cards Night Beam. Because I would have to Heart of the Cards Night Beam. Because then he can't respond with the trap because of Night Beam's effect. You know, a card I think I really would wish this deck would have is, I wish we had Chicken Game. I know it's not great because it's useful for our opponent as well, but it would be really nice to have Chicken Game. So Paladin the Oracle. Well, you didn't draw it, you added it, so that's a difference. That's very much a difference in text. I hope the guy realized that that's not how that works. Illusion adds, does not draw. So it feels weird to add a level 7 monster you can't summon. Like, at all. We're just gonna fuse on up! My guess is we're going to fuse... and make something with Dark Magician in its name. Because this just needs something with Dark Magician in the name. If Dark Magician, or Dark Magician, so it has to be the Dark Magician. Or Dark Magician, or it has to be Dark Magician in name. Well, I mean, I guess that's one way to get a fusion going. Oh my goodness, it's Master of Chaos, that's not Dark Magician! What does this do? If this card is used to summon, you can target 1 light or dark monster in your graveyard or special summon it. Well, okay, well, I just lost one of my scales. Well, I'm dead. because his target will be to banish this. Wow. We really need way more back row hate. Because having this with Dark Magician is so annoying. So yeah. The only weird part is if he decides not to banish the monster and banish the scale, then I will say, well, I don't know about you, sir. You had your free win right there. Yep. Which I don't think this targets, so I wouldn't even know. Yeah, no, it does target. Okay, that... Alright, let's get out of this. We're done. We saw what's happening, so we're out. Third game. Let's play. Alright, looks like we're playing 2-card extra deck. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Alright, we're gonna have to see, because there's a weird feeling. I mean, people can have whatever names they want, but this is a strange deck. There's a possibility that this is a bot. Okay, so it's not a bot just yet. Maybe it really is someone playing a 42-card deck, 2-card extra deck. Maybe someone playing with a starter deck, but I've never seen a starter deck go above 40 cards. Fighting Flame Swordsman. When this card is normal special summon, you can add 1 spell trap that mentions Flame Swordsman from your hand. Okay, so... you know, sometimes you just draw the entirety of everything you need, you know? I mean, is it worth doing a Day of the Peace? I don't feel very peaceful right now. So we're not going to be a Day of the Peace man. That sucks. We could add, like, good cards right there. Okay. Yeah, this gotta get scaled. Normal summoned. Special summon, or, pendulum summon. Then we go here. Effective Aether to banish. We could go Electromite here. Then what? Electromite pop the Supreme King Dragon Dragoon. Well, no, Electromite send, Electromite pop. Yeah, because it's Electromite, add 1 pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck, and then you pop a face-up card to add a face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. How your pendulum zone leaves. Yeah, you know what? Actually, no. Just because we'll have a little more punching power right now. 15, 23. Main phase 2. Let's go through this line. I wonder if Electromite will ever come back to the TCG. I feel like she could come back to the TCG now in the modern era, but I don't know. I don't play enough modern TCG anymore. Let's send Gungato. Electromite effect to pop Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm to get Gungato to the hands. Then we get to draw a card because something died. Okay, and we will set 1. And because, you know, let's not take any pain here. Let's 1 Day of the Peace now to draw a card. And then, because, you know, let's just make sure we really can't die. Let's summon big elderly man to the board. He shall now be here for everybody. And then we'll just pass from there. And then the hilarious part is then we could just use Electromite to pop Eldritch Sin, the Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmare, and then come back with, like... But then again, 25-18 is well over enough to kill him. And we'll probably Pendulum Summon too, just to end this. Who knows what this person is playing, but right now we are set up pretty well. You know, this was a pretty good setup. A nice selection of cards. I don't think there's really any reason to summon anything else now I'm thinking about it. Let's see, because you do 25s plus 18. It's 43. So we just need to go to battle phase and we just win. Draw, Scalding. Well, apparently we're never going to get Scalding off because we got the Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmare. They're probably never going to do anything. Switch to attack. Let's go battle. Little attack at first. winning attack in second. We won. Congratulations. We just had to go through Sky Strikers and Dark Magician to get our first win. The wins are wins no matter how they come. That's what I like to say. Anyways, 5 legacy packs and a master pack. Let us do it. A master pack! Yeah. Well, it looks like our luck finally trained out after we opened up a Boral Sword Dragon. What do we got? Assault counter. Okay, so for assault monsters. Sky Dive Scorchers for elemental heroes. Decode Destruction. Orcus Bass Bombard is not bad if we had an Orcus strategy. Love Orcus. Forbidden Dress. You can target one face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. That card will lose 600 check, but cannot be hurt or destroyed by card effects. That actually isn't too bad of actually a card. A Vertical Landing is for wind monsters, and specifically kind of around the Mecha Phantom Beast archetype. Batterman Micro Self. We had a Batterman strategy. Goki Scorpio. Basically a Cyber Dragon. That might be going in the deck, because that's not actually that bad of a card. Alright. Well, we got a whole bunch of legacy packs, so why don't we go open all of those up. What do we got here? A lot of hot garbage. Turbo Cannon. So I need Turbo Rocket, which I don't even think we have, so let's stop reading there. Dampion. When this card is destroyed by battles is grave, you can add 1 insect. Okay, so we would need an insect strategy. Penguin Sword. We need penguin strategy. We already see Guard Mines. An elemental hero monster. Lycanthrope. I don't even think we have the ritual spell. Grapple Blocker. When this card is almost up, you can select one monster your opponent controls. That monster, the selected monster can attack or be tributed while this card remains face up in the field, but can still be link summoned and done everything else with it. Oh, good. And it also requires me to pay life point. You know, the Dynamist stuff isn't bad either. We could start seeing a good Dynamist collection, especially with Electromite and some of the really good Dynamist cards, spell and trap cards. That's actually pretty good. And then we have a couple of vanillas, the Sentinel of the Seas and Warrior Day Grapher. Anyways, yeah, so I think we're going to make a couple edits to the deck. So the edits have been made. Card Guard is now out. Goki Re-Scorpio is in. Again, Card Guard was there for being an 8 scale, but now we have a really good 8 light scale. So I'll put that in. And I also took out Mage Power. As much as Mage Power is a funny card to play, I've decided to throw in Forbidden Chalice. I've been really thinking on this one, but I mean, when we can be unaffected, turn off the effects of monsters, I think that 100% needs to be starting to go in the deck as we see more and more monsters with really good, competent effects being targeted at us. While I think Dress is extremely neat, I think if all are forbidden, Chalice is the best. Spear isn't bad. Lance isn't bad either, but unfortunately we only have Chalice. I just don't think Dress is the best. I prefer Chalice anyways to be a negate, even if the monster gains 400 attack. So yeah, Card Guard is out for Scorpio because he's basically Cyber Dragon, just Cyber Dragon, Goki Cyber Dragon, and Chalice is in over Mage Power. Anyways, that's the edits. Let's go back to the ladder. We got one more win to get to Silver 2. There we go. Do we level up here? Are we leveling up? Our opponent is also attempting to level up with his 40-card deck, 15-card main. Let us see what our opponent is playing as we have the Day Shifter! Alright, he's here to shift the game into our favor. Somewhat, let's say that. Anyways, we got a Leafy, we got our Shift Man, we got our Odd-Eye Saber Dragon. Our opponent is setting the whole one back row. The whole one back row! Two whole back row! Our opponent's really playing YuGiOh over here. Well, I guess that means that he could be playing, well, there's no point in summoning Shifter on 2 back row. Like, that's pointless. This, not bad either. Let's trigger a Swords Revealing Light. Here, let's try to see if we can bait some of this back row a little bit. Or at least poke it. Let's poke the back row. The Great Noodle Inversion. Add the bottom card of your deck to your hand and take one card from your deck and shuffle it and place the card on the bottom of your deck. Sure, man. So now we're gonna take one card from your deck. Take one card from your deck, shuffle, and place that card on the bottom of your deck. What the? So what, we could do another Great Noodle Inversion? We're really doing some noodling over here, folks. We're doing all the noodling. I have, like, not a clue what that was about. Hitting in after the Great Noodly Inversion has been completed. We will go to main phase 2, where I will set this and pass. I don't know, like, what is our opponent playing but the greatest card ever created, the Great Noodle Inversion. I thought that was the Great Noodle Invasion. Yep, we're getting invaded by noodles. So he just drew a card from the bottom of his deck, and then he takes one card from the deck, shuffle it, and you shuffle the deck, and then place that card at the bottom of your deck. What, so I thought he was going to do, like, another Great Noodle Inversion. This is not a hard once per turn. So I'm just like, okay, I guess we really like noodles. We're playing some Kung Fu Panda over here. Poe's playing over there. He just really wants to eat some noodles. You know, the noodles do look pretty good in that card. It's a nice bowl of ramen. And good ramen. I swear, if that's an evenly matched, I'm gonna be angry. Oh, thank goodness, it wasn't an evenly matched. I mean, there's no point even doing anything with this shifter. The hilarious part is I can now bring out the leaf off the special summon effect of it because my opponent actually has a monster in his actually has a card in his graveyard. Well, more cards than me in my graveyard. So my leaf can come out with a total 200 points of damage. This turn, we're dealing 2,000 points. We always respect Gores, folks, even if Gores is not a good card in the modern Yu-Gi-Oh sense. But we always respect it. We always respect the Gores. I mean, we haven't even done anything with Shifter. Because I don't know what we're playing. So far, I've only seen a trap card that let him draw a card on the bottom of his deck. By the way, this guy is also going up. Why do I feel like this is probably like a Masochist deck? You know, maybe it is. Maybe it's a Masochist deck. Because I don't know who else is playing the Great Noodle Inversion. Unless your strategy really, really needs you to play the Great Noodle Inversion. Opponent is hitting the hand size limit here, so... Okay, well, he doesn't have to worry about the hand size limit anymore. He's set possibly the next Great Noodle Inversion. We're gonna get a lot of noodleness over here in Noodle Land. I just don't know why we go to end phase. I mean, if you're just gonna set each turn, then why don't you just go to end phase if you're not gonna need, like, main phase 2? I mean, there's no point. Let's see what the next draw is. Ooh, Shard of the Greediest Greed Man! So this is the last free turn of Swords, so next turn he does get to come in and start punching us in the face. Swords as of the end of this turn is it for us, so we just need like one monster, or I guess I could do a double tribute to get the 28 and win there, but I'm just afraid of like what his 2 back row are. What is it like? I mean, clearly it's not like Mirror Force, clearly it's not Magic Cylinder, so clearly we have not seen any competent true back row. We've only seen like a back row that is kind of gimmicky back row. So, I mean, we haven't really seen, like, competent back row. Alright, so now we're going to the battling phase again. So I don't know. Is it just worth just hoping we draw something we can use? Well, T-Shifter's now dead in our hands, so the pillow's kind of funny. So I think honestly, maybe it's just worth to just continue to attack. Like, who cares about the tribute? Just swing in. I mean, because if any of that is a way to like stop the Saber Dragon, I basically sacrifice both our attackers, and unless his graveyard starts getting bigger than mine, I can't do anything with my Leaf. So it's just better to do this, and the Leaf can win us the game on the next turn. All right, well, I think I'm sure. As I yawn for you all, I guess that just shows how bored I am. I guess I'm not personally bored. We've had two really good, good games, and then we played, you know, whatever the last deck was and whatever this is. The Great Noodle Inversion deck. This feels like a Masochist deck. This 100% feels like a Masochist deck. I believe he's got to drop down for hand size, because hand size is 6 in the game, so he's got to lose a card here. Well, I guess we get to know one more card. Ultimate Bright Knight. Okay, then how were you ever summoning that? Because you can't... Because this card must be special summoned by card effect. So I have, no idea how this... Who cares about Chart of the Green Man? Let's just end this. Leaf for the victory! Woohoo! Leafs for the victory! Against whatever that was! Probably a Masochist deck. I guess we'll take a quick look at it after we see that fabulous rank up. My gems, my legacy packs, and of course our master pack. No, I don't want to look at the ranking. I don't want to look at the ward list either. I want to look at the match history. This. What is this? A pile of 40 cards. He only was running one of the Great Noodle Inversion. So what, we had Armor Dragon Thunderbolts back there, double Drytron Nova. I don't know why you never used it to get your Drytrons, which means it wasn't that. Drytron Eclipse, which would have made sense because you can't even do anything with that. Because you have to actually have the Drytron. Armor Dragon Blitz, which I think you need to... Armor Dragon Fire Injector, but you need a Pyro Monster, which clearly you didn't have. And XYZ Force to target XYZ monster. Okay. It's some combination of light and dark. That's what I'm seeing. Some combination of Pyro monsters, armed dragon monsters, and a small smattering of Drytrons. I don't even know if the extra deck is useful. You all can look at it yourselves. Anyway, it's time to open a master pack. One master pack for beating 40 cards or something. Ooh, we had 3 lightning bolts. Anyways, we got Gen X Recycled. I'm pretty sure we would need a Gen X deck to really play that, so we're not playing it. Fight for Repair, which again, I would love it if we could get some Fight for stuff. The wind-ups are pretty nice, so Wind-Up Honeybee, if we could ever see a good wind-up package. White Rose Dragon isn't bad. Again, this is for plant synchro strategies. Plant dragon synchro strategies. It's a Pearly! It's our mates! Herself. Unfortunately, we just really need a whole lot more Pearly stuff to even make that work. Ambush Fang, Solomon Great Foul. Love to see if we could get some more solid stuff. And then True Draco Heritage. I would love to see a True Draco strategy. I'd love to see Masterpiece. Holy crap, that'd be great. Anyways, we just got a couple of legacy packs left. And then that is pretty much it for today. Let's just see what we got. Quickly. And no. We got And the Band Played On. Either play a special summon monster the same level as those they control. They play a special summon monsters the same rank as those they control. I guess that's not too bad. You guys have to let me know if that's actually a good idea. Because it's on the special summoning condition. But then again, with as many monsters that are now Link monsters, this doesn't really work. So it may not be great, but neat card. I wish it was been completely something else. 10 mod the Sky Striker. If your opponent controls a monster, or if you only control an Earth monster, you can special summon this card without tributing. If this card is over special summon, you can special summon one level 5 Earth Earth Warrior monster from your hand. You only use the effect of this guy once per turn, and then once per turn your opponent. When your opponent activates a card or effect the targeted warrior monster you control, quick effect, you can make this card lose exactly 5 out of your attack, and if you do negate the activation, you destroy that card. So basically, you could do it for 4 times. He gets 4 negates. As long as it well, it could target his too, so yeah. A vanilla launcher, Gilgarth, and then finally harmonic waves. Target one face of monster field, it becomes level 4. Fascinating. Well, as I said, that is pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Only 2 more levels left of silver before we reach our goal of gold. So join us next time as we climb silver 2.